So in today's video, I'm going to be previewing Mansfield Town versus Bradford City. Then in the second part of today's video, I'm going to be bringing you guys my Game Week 8 League 2 score predictions. If you do go on to enjoy, please make sure to drop a like on today's video. If you could try and hit 70 likes, that'd be massively appreciated. Subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your score predictions as well as your starting 11 as well down in the comment section down below. It's going to be a very tough game. Mansfield are one of the best sides in the league in my opinion. I think this will probably be our hardest test so far. Let's get straight on with today's match preview. So if we start out then with the League 2 table, my team Bradford City currently sit 8th in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 7 games we've got 3 wins, 2 draws, 2 defeats, 9 goals scored, 6 goals conceded, leaving us on a positive 3 goal difference and 11 points. Our last couple of games then have been a win, a draw, a win, a loss and a win. Them last couple of games then being a 2-1 win at home to Walsall, a 3-1 win at home to Sheffield Wednesday in the Football League Trophy, a 0-0 draw at home to Crewe Alexandra, a 2-1 defeat at home to Blackburn Rovers in the second round of the Carabao Cup, a 3-1 win away at Hartlepool, a 1-0 defeat away at Colchester, and then just before that we had a 2-0 win at home to Newport County. That then compared though to Mansfield Town, they're currently sat 7th in the Sky Bet League 2 table. After 7 games they've got 4 wins, 0 draws, one of only 2 teams to not have a draw so far this season. They've also got 3 defeats as well, 12 goals scored and 9 goals conceded, leaving them on a positive 3 goal difference and 12 points. Their last couple of games then being a win, a loss, a win, a win and a loss. Them last couple of games then being a 3-1 win away at Doncaster Rovers, a 3-2 win at home to Man City's under-21s in the Football League Trophy, a 2-1 defeat away to Sutton United, a 2-1 win, my apologies there, at home to Stockport County, a 5-2 win at home to AFC Wimbledon, and then just before that they had a 1-0 defeat away to Leyton Orient. So they've had a fairly decent start to the season, very good start at home. I think they've won every league game so far at home. Beat Tranmere on the 6th of August at home. They beat obviously AFC Wimbledon 5-2 at home, beat Stockport 2-1 at home, and now they're back on home soil once again. They did lose at home in the first round of the EFL Cup, but obviously they won in the Football League Trophy as well. So it's going to be a very tough game. Mansfield is one of the hardest places to go in this league. The only positive news I can really think coming out of Mansfield at the moment from a Bradford point of view, Reece Oates isn't going to be available for this game. I think he tore his pectoral muscle, something like that, so he's going to be out for a couple months. I've also seen that Theo Robinson has been training with Mansfield Town. Obviously he was with us last season, was absolutely awful, so hopefully he signs in time for this game and actually starts, but I can't see that happening. Now we're going to speak about the team though that I would go with if I was Mark Hughes. So I would then line up in a 4-2-3-1 formation. It's been the formation that we have been playing over the last couple of games. I'd obviously go Harry Lewis in goal, man of the match easily in my opinion against Walsall on Saturday. Saved the penalty, made 3 or 4 other outstanding saves, and I cannot give that man enough praise. He has been fantastic for us so far this season, one of our best signings so far. Right back, I've just edged it with Brad Halliday. Again, I thought Halliday on the overall performance wasn't great from Brad Halliday, and I'm going to need to see a little bit more from him in this game. If he didn't get that assist, which by the way it's a fantastic assist for Andy Cook's goal, I'd probably be starting Luke Hendricks. I think Hendry impressed very well in that game against Sheffield Wednesday, but for now I've just edged it with Brad Halliday. 2 centre backs, firstly Matty Platt. I think Platt has to play. He's obviously our tallest centre half. When they've got their physical presences up front, whether they play Akins, Bowery, Hawkins, they've got a few options who could play up there who've clearly got a lot of height and physicality. If we go with maybe Odesina and Critchlow, we probably do struggle. Partnering him, I've gone with Timmy. Odesina was obviously fantastic on debut against Sheffield Wednesday. Was really, really harshly not even in the matchday squad against Walsall. I think it was a really harsh decision from Mark Hughes to not even put him on the bench. I thought it was absolutely criminal, to be honest with you. Critchlow, though, for me, been poor the last couple of games against Walsall, gives a penalty away. Couple sloppy passes as well, was struggling to clear the ball at times. I just think sometimes he can be a little bit too complacent, and while he's good at playing out from the back and all that sort of stuff usually, I think you're going to need someone like Odesina who's a bit more physical, a bit quicker, and I'd like to see them two start at centre half. Left back, I've gone with Liam Rideout. Again, I thought he had a fairly decent game against Walsall. Didn't really have all too much to do, was a little bit better going forward. As each game goes by, I think Rideout is getting better and better, so I'd like to see him start once again at left back. 2 central midfielders, firstly obviously Richie Smallwood. Now I have seen him come under a little bit of criticism from people on social media, and I don't really understand why. He's one of them players who does a lot of stuff which actually does go unnoticed, but I'd rather him be on my team than on another team. He usually plays better as well against better oppositions because he's more of a midfielder who's going to win the ball and then play it on. You know, he's not going to beat 3 or 4 players and stick one in the top corner. That's simply not his game. So against a very good footballing side like Mansfield, I think this game could suit him very well. Partnering him, I've just edged it with Alex Gilead. I was going to go Jan Songo because I think against a better side, you might want someone a little bit more defensive in there, but I've gone with Gilead. Hughes has confirmed that he pretty much will be available for selection. I don't think Sutton and East have really taken either of their chances in the last couple of games when they have played. Gilead, for me, I think he's much better as a central midfielder than as a winger or as a number 10. I think as a number 8, I think his energy and all that sort of stuff is really, really good, obviously. His passing sometimes can be a little bit astray, so maybe a little bit neater on the passing point of view for this game. But apart from that, I think Gilead is very suited to that number 8 role next to Richie Smallwood. On the right-hand side, I've gone with Scott Banks, obviously fantastic the last couple of games. Apart from that game against Walsall, he didn't really do all too much, and when they stuck a massive physical, well, he's naturally a centre-half, but they were playing him at left-back against Scott Banks. He really did struggle. A lot of people kind of seem to know what he's going to do now. He's going to cut in on his left foot, and when you play a massive 6'4", whatever he is, centre-half, Scott Banks did struggle a little bit against Manny Monte on Saturday, but we all know the quality Scott Banks has had. In the games prior to that, I think he's been absolutely outstanding, so I want to see him start once again. In that number 10 position, I've gone with Dion Pereira. Harry Chapman should be nowhere near the starting 11. He doesn't even make my matchday squad because I think he's just so poor on the ball. He does a lot of hard yards and he does a lot of running, but with the quality we've got in attack now, we need more from that. We need end product, and Harry Chapman simply does not have the end product, especially at the moment. The past few games, I think he has been pretty underwhelming, in my opinion. Dion obviously came on off the bench for his second debut, and he didn't really do all too much, but when you're winning a game and you're coming on as a winger, you don't really have to do too much to really see the game out. I thought overall he did fairly well, and out of all the players I want to play in that front three behind, obviously, the striker, I'm sure you can all guess who the striker will be. I think Dion probably will be best suited as a number 10. You maybe put Banks in the middle, or, you know, it's very interchangeable, which I think is a very good thing. On the left-hand side, I've gone with Tyreek Wright. Now, that might cause a little bit of debate. Obviously, Jake Young scored 3 goals in 2 games last week, but for me, apart from that goal against Walsall, did he really do anything? Not in my opinion. I don't think Jake Young did enough. Tyreek Wright, when he came on off the bench, I think he came on with Dion Pereira. I think he looked really impressive. Very, very quick player, and you could use that to our advantage because Mansfield, quite an old squad, quite an aging squad, so they're not the quickest and all that sort of stuff. So I like to see Tyreek Wright start on that left-hand side. If Young was to start, I don't hate that idea because he comes up with a goal every now and again out of nothing, which I think we're going to need against a team like Mansfield. And then up front for me, that would obviously leave Andy Cook. I don't need to say anything about the big man at the moment. He scored 7 goals now, I think, in all competitions. He's on absolute fire at the moment. It might even be 8 goals in all competition. I think he's been outstanding so far this season, scoring goals for fun, scoring pretty much every chance that he takes. Loves a goal as well against his former sides. We saw that against Walsall on Saturday. Previously did score that 88th minute win, I think it was, last season against Mansfield. My heart could not take another 3-2 win. As long as we get something from the game, though, I think I'll be fairly impressed. But yeah, in my opinion, Andy Cook has to start. On the bench then for me, again, a very hard choice. I've gone with Colin Doyle, Luke Hendry, Romany Critchlow, Jan Songo, Jake Young, Kian Harrett and Verdane Oliver, which means the players who miss out would be Heath Richardson, Joe O'Shaughnessy, Matty Folds, Levi Sutton, Ryan East, Emmanuel Osadibe, Jamie Walker, Harry Chapman, Aboisa and Lee Angle. So a lot of quality, not even making the bench, but that's the problem that you have when you have such a good squad. Now let's get into my Game Week 8 League 2 score predictions. Starting out then with AFC Wimbledon versus Leyton Orient, I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Wimbledon. Barrow AFC versus Colchester United, I'm going to go with a 3-1 home win for Barrow. Crawley Town versus Gillingham FC, I'm going to go with a 0-0 draw. Grimsby Town versus Crewe Alexandra, I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win for Crewe. Harrogate Town versus Carlisle United, I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Harrogate. Hartlepool United versus Doncaster Rovers, I'm going to go with a 3-1 away win for Doncaster. Mansfield Town versus Bradford City, unfortunately I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Mansfield. I just think at home they're just far too strong and they will get one over us. We're not very good away from home, so I think Mansfield will get one over on us in this game. Rochdale versus Sulphur, I'm going to go with a 2-1 away win for Salford. Stevenage versus Sutton, I'm going to go with a 2-2 draw. Swindon Town versus Newport County, I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win for Swindon. And then Walsall versus Northampton, I'm going to go with a high scoring 3-2 away win for Northampton. But that is where I'm going to leave it for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please make sure to drop a like on there for me. If you could try and hit 70 likes, as I said at the start of today's video, that'd be absolutely class. subscribe if you are new as well. We are now on the road to 7,000 subscribers, so please make sure you are subscribed if you haven't already with that post notification bell on. It's free to do so and it does massively help out. Get your thoughts in as well down in the comment section down below. What are your score predictions for this game and what would your starting 11 be as well for this fixture? Thank you very much for watching. Shout out to our current tier 3 channel member B Davies 211. Have a great rest of your day and I shall see you all probably Saturday for the match day vlog. Peace.